team, I'll be the camp, I'll be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Putting it down for them.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Stafford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run this with Akers. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Gun, Stafford. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. that has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. 380. Check. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 41.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Rams 3, Bears nothing.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bears 7, Rams 3.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Grant Delpit, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bears take over
at their own 46-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always up there.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 25.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Let's set a tone, fellas, let's set a tone.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up
well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return will stop right around the 25. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
It's a pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the end zone, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
5 yards.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there. A big one.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. Throwing is Stafford. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Rams.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the Rams first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A.
Complete to number 14.
Sammy Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, Use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This time, Wilson will throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears have broken the tie. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Bears 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 75 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Wilson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bears have broken the tie.
Kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bears 24. Rams.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
They'll take
just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bear. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. Then the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
38.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Rams Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun, Stafford. The open man is Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
On first down, Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Going right back to Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Cam Akers.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown!
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
In your face!
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears add on. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bears 52. Rams.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
On the play. First down, Rams.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw on second down is Stafford. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And some space here. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 24. That one good for 33 and a first. They call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decided to run the football because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
10 goal, Los Angeles.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Again, it'll be Akers. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
8 yards. It's fourth down and goal.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Ty Long now as the drive. Oh, they're on him, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Bears 52, Rams 24. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Sanders.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Rams.
Charles, it's
24.
one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.